fire, blood clots, Scorched. Sign you violate it, I go hurt, that's hurt. Them boy, they easy for brush, class dirt.
Blessings. Welcome once more to the viewers and to the subscribers of this lovely YouTube channel, which is the Gaza Tube Entertainment channel. You know what I mean? We get news related to Gaza and the affiliates of the Gaza. So, you know, we zero in basically on Vybz Kartel and the UTG, and as I said, the affiliates, so like the Sparta, the genocide, the Six and all of that. But for right now, it's all about the series, you know what I mean? And this in the series, as you know, we are just covering some grounds, you know, to establish the reasons as to why we consider Vybz Kartel to be the king of dancehall. You know what I mean? Why Vybz Kartel is the world boss. You know what I mean? And in doing this, we just point out some contributions that Vybz Kartel has made to the dancehall. And as a result of these contributions, you know, other artists could have benefited. You know what I mean? So, once again, let's get straight into it. Before I get straight into it, though, I just want to recap what was said in my last video, you know, in the series. I basically spoke about the fact that Vybz Kartel was the first artist to introduce the new millennium style. Well, it's not really the name of the style still, but I'm just giving it that name due to the fact that at the time it was early 2000, you know, so the new millennium style, where he basically came with a new flow and new style of delivery. You know what I mean? That was one of my pointers. The second one was the fact that Vybz Kartel is the most influential dancehall artist as it regards to trends and fashion. You know, he basically sets the most trends in dancehall. And then the third pointer was the fact that he is the first dancehall artist to have ever gone to lecture at the University of the West Indies. You know what I mean? So, with that out of the way, let's get straight into the second episode of the series. Yes, so the first thing I'm going to talk about now is the fact that Vybz Kartel was let me rephrase. In late 2008, 2009, dancehall came under attack, heavy attack, by the Broadcasting Commission and the government at the time, you know, and they were basically fighting down the fact that the radio disc jocks were bleeping out music that were considered to be dirty version, as in music with expletives and all of that. You know, even daggering, the term daggering became a hot topic at that point in time. You know, so they basically passed a rule or a law, you know, stating that there should be no bleeping whatsoever of the music. You know, so the song should be played as it was recorded. You know, so once it has some form of expletives that require bleeping, it should not be played on air. You know, and Vybz Kartel was the solution to this problem. What did he do to solve this problem? He gave us 2 versions of every song that he did. So, for every song he had with a dirty version, as in a raw version, he gave us the clean version. Understand me? Yeah, man. For example, you are my baby, shift your panty partially, wind the cocky with authority. Yeah. And then he came with the clean version. You are my baby, me no love you partially. Yeah. And we can go on and on, man. Most of the songs that were released in that period of time had a dirty version as well as a clean version. Right? And then we realized that all the entertainers started following this trend. You know what I mean? So that's a next contribution, a significant contribution that Vybz Kartel has made to dancehall music right there. Alright, to my second pointer, Vybz Kartel is the entertainer that basically introduced shock value and controversy as a marketing strategy to sell music, or to entertain the fans. What I mean by this, for example, the bleaching, the extensions, basically just doing stuff for people to talk about him. You know what I mean? Because that's controversy. Having the mass talking about you on a regular basis, a day-to-day basis, that I consider to be controversy. And I think Vybz Kartel is a master at doing this. The artists before Vybz Kartel, are not necessarily before him, even the artists that came up in his time, they did not practice this strategy, as a way to sell their product or their brand, But Vybz Kartel, being the person who he is, he basically tapped into this strategy, and we see where many artists, since he did it, a lot of artists started following. They basically use controversy to sell their music. So they will basically put up some things on social media to have people talk about them, probably prior to the release of a song or a single or a music video. And we see it happen from time to time. Vybz Kartel was basically the person to introduce this strategy in dancehall. I don't know about any other genre, but I can speak for dancehall. If I'm wrong, you can always correct me in the comment section. Alright, now to my third and my final pointer for this episode of the series. Vybz Kartel is basically the first and only dancehall artist to have ever aired a reality TV show. Yeah, man. And I'm gonna wait probably a few seconds to see if anybody can tell me of another dancehall artist that basically hosted. I know that Spice appeared in a reality TV show, but I'm not speaking about being about appearing. I'm basically speaking about hosting it, being the person behind everything. So that prior to Vybz Kartel's incarceration in 2011, he started a reality TV show called The Teacher's Pet. And with that TV show, a lot of female from Jamaica, other countries in the Caribbean, other countries on the international scene, for example, the United States, Canada, Australia, and we can go on and on. But I think it was about 20 females, that actually started out in the reality show. Mind you, there were a lot of applications, as was said by Vybz Kartel himself. But when they basically trickle it down, they had to select 20. So it basically went on and on. And even though at that point in time when the show was being aired on CVM, I think Vybz Kartel got incarcerated, the show went straight through. It's like the incarceration did not affect, the promotion in itself, or the production of the show. So that's just another contribution there. Another thing that Vybz Kartel was the first person to do in dancehall music. Another reason why we have to say that, this man is definitely the king of dancehall. This man is definitely the world boss, quote unquote world boss. So, we definitely have to give him ratings as Gaza supporters, as Gaza fans. So, big up world boss again. You don't know, stay tuned to the next episode in the series. You don't know, we have a lot of other things to speak about. So you can always subscribe to the channel, like, comment, share, you know what I mean? So until next time.